Hello friends, how are you all? I am Fakhrul Islam. Today I will show you Kali Linux full installation and hacking tutorials. Part 1. What is Kali Linux? Watch all video part by part to learn with me. Kali Linux is a Debian-based Linux distribution aimed at advanced penetration testing and security auditing. Kali contains several hundred tools which are geared towards various information security tasks, such as penetration testing, security research, computer forensics, and reverse engineering. Kali Linux is developed, funded, and maintained by Offensive Security, a leading information security training company. Kali Linux was released on the March 13, 2013 as a complete, top-to-bottom rebuild of Backtrack Linux, adhering completely to Debian development standards. More than 600 penetration testing tools included. After reviewing every tool that was included in Backtrack, we eliminated a great number of tools that either simply did not work or which duplicated other tools that provided the same or similar functionality. Details on what's included are on the Kali Tools site. Free, as in beer, and always will be. Kali Linux, like Backtrack, is completely free of charge and always will be. You will never, ever have to pay for Kali Linux. Open source Git tree. We are committed to the open source development model and our development tree is available for all to see. All of the source code which goes into Kali Linux is available for anyone who wants to tweak or rebuild packages to suit their specific needs. FHS compliant, Kali adheres to the file system hierarchy standard, allowing Linux users to easily locate binaries, support files, libraries, etc. Wide-ranging wireless device support. A regular sticking point with Linux distributions has been supported for wireless interfaces. We have built Kali Linux to support as many wireless devices as we possibly can, allowing it to run properly on a wide variety of hardware and making it compatible with numerous USB and other wireless devices. Custom kernel, patched for injection. As penetration testers, the development team often needs to do wireless assessments, so our kernel has the latest injection patches included. Developed in a secure environment, the Kali Linux team is made up of a small group of individuals who are the only ones trusted to commit packages and interact with the repositories, all of which is done using multiple secure protocols. GPG signed packages and repositories. Every package in Kali Linux is signed by each individual developer who built and committed it, and the repositories subsequently sign the packages as well. Multi-language support. Although penetration tools tend to be written in English, we have ensured that Kali includes true multilingual support, allowing more users to operate in their native language and locate the tools they need for the job. Completely customizable. We thoroughly understand that not everyone will agree with our design decisions, so we have made it as easy as possible for our more adventurous users to customize Kali Linux to their liking, all the way down to the kernel. ARML and ARMITE support. Since ARM-based single-board systems like the Raspberry Pi and BeagleBone Black, among others, are becoming more and more prevalent and inexpensive, we knew that Kali's ARM support would need to be as robust as we could manage, with fully working installations for both ARML and ARMITE systems. Kali Linux is available on a wide range of ARM devices and has ARM repositories integrated with the mainline distribution, so tools for ARM are updated in conjunction with the rest of the distribution. Kali Linux is specifically tailored to the needs of penetration testing professionals, and therefore all documentation on this site assumes prior knowledge of, and familiarity with, the Linux operating system in general. Please see Should I use Kali Linux? For more details on what makes Kali unique. Should I use Kali Linux? What's different about Kali Linux? Kali Linux is specifically geared to meet the requirements of professional penetration testing and security auditing. To achieve this, several core changes have been implemented in Kali Linux which reflect these needs. Single user, root access by design. Due to the nature of security audits, Kali Linux is designed to be used in a single, root user scenario. Many of the tools used in penetration testing require escalated privileges, and while it's generally sound policy to only enable root privileges when necessary, in the use cases that Kali Linux is aimed at, this approach would be a burden. Network services disabled by default. Kali Linux contains systemed hooks that disable network services by default. These hooks allow us to install various services on Kali Linux, while ensuring that our distribution remains secure by default, no matter what packages are installed. Additional services such as Bluetooth are also blacklisted by default. Custom Linux kernel. Kali Linux uses an upstream kernel, patched for wireless injection. A minimal and trusted set of repositories. Given the aims and goals of Kali Linux, maintaining the integrity of the system as a whole is absolutely key. With that goal in mind, the set of upstream software sources which Kali uses is kept to an absolute minimum. Many new Kali users are tempted to add additional repositories to their sources list, but doing so runs a very serious risk of breaking your Kali Linux installation. However, if you're a professional penetration tester or are studying penetration testing with the goal of becoming a certified professional, there's no better toolkit at any price than Kali Linux. If you are looking for a Linux distribution to learn the basics of Linux and need a good starting point, Kali Linux is not the ideal distribution for you. You may want to begin with Ubuntu, Mint, or Debian instead. If you're interested in getting hands-on with the internals of Linux, take a look at the Linux from Scratch project.